Hey Jackals, DaVinci Resolve 18.1 just came out, and you know what that means? It means we got some cool new stuff. I suggest you watch this video by Blackmagic Design and also read the patch notes. I'll leave the links down below, and I'll show you a couple of things that I found interesting. Now let's get digital. And if you want to learn more, you can also go to Help, DaVinci Resolve Reference Manual. Check it out because it is updated, although the date isn't, but DaVinci Resolve 18.1 is, as you can see in the title. To start things off, we have vertical resolution. You can go down here and use this checkbox, and as you can see, the resolution was switched around. This is mainly for social media, and they exposed TikTok, Snapchat and Instagram TV. Then you can also save this preset. You can save it as a default one, so it always opens, or you can just save it and then import it when you need it. Now when it comes to social media, you'll want to go to Preferences and Internet Accounts and link one of these ones if you use it. I don't use the YouTube one, but I did test it out. And why do you need it? Well, if you go to the Libre page, you will have the presets at the top. So in case of YouTube, you now have the option to use custom thumbnail. So you just search for it and add it. And when you use the add to render queue, you can now click here and use review before upload. And this applies to all of the 5 platforms that you can sign in here. Now the biggest one for me is voice isolation. This is studio only feature, but I'll let you decide how good it is. So first we'll take a listen at the original audio, which is this one. Then we'll use noise reduction and finally voice isolation. So I have these 2 tracks muted.
So in this film, making a documentary about how the airplanes changed the world.
As you could hear, there was a lot of background noise. Now let's go to the audio effects, type in noise. The noise reduction is in the free version, and I'll apply it here. Go to the start of the clip, and I'll just use the auto speech mode.
Yeah. So in this film, making a documentary about how the airplanes changed the world.
So between these two, the noise reduction is better by default.
So in this film, making a documentary about how the airplanes changed the world.
Now I'll just use the default of voice isolation. Now you can find it in the cut page, in the edit page and in the Fairlight page. With the clip selected, we now have these 2 new options. I'll just enable the voice isolation and let's give it a listen.
So in this film, making a documentary about how the airplanes changed the world.
Now I don't know about you, but to me that sounded awesome, especially for a one-button solution. Now in the voice isolation, you can also adjust the amount. So if you do want to have some background noise, you can just lower the amount.
So in this film, making a documentary about how the airplanes changed the world.
So this could be useful for, let's say, DIY videos or maybe in cooking shows and stuff like that. So you want to have some of those pristine sounds in the video, but you don't want to have them too loud. And let's just take a look at the dialogue leveler. What this supposedly does is that it levels all of the audio that you see here to be about the same level. So if I do it automatically, it should do it something like so. It should also increase this part, this one, and this one at the start, even though we don't need it. So the audio in the clip has the same level, but let me just enable it and see what it does by default. And this time the voice isolation is disabled.
Yeah. So in this film, making a documentary about how the airplanes changed the world.
I'll enable the voice isolation for now.
So in this film, making a documentary about how the airplanes changed the world.
I think this could actually work, but it is a little bit intensive on the PC because it can lag a little bit.
How the airplanes changed.
As you can see,
It was really
and
important
here.
to go out and
Next to have some subtitles, you can still add them by right-clicking, add the subtitle track, select it, make a caption, change the subtitle. Then you can still right-click and add 4 regions in total. I'll simply copy this one 4 times and just change the number at the end. And what I'll also do is I'll change the position. So I have one subtitle track with 4 regions, and what you can do, I've just copied these over. So this is one subtitle region, second one, third one, and fourth one. And what I'll do is I'll change the part of the text here. So I could change the text, easy peasy, but what you can do is enable this option, custom caption. And now you can change the font of just this one that is selected. As you can see, this one is the same as it was. Not only that, you can select a part of the text and change just the selected text style. Now the color, as you could see, is a little bit funky. You have to select it twice so it applies. You can also change the size, position, and you can also change the position here. Then what you can also do is save the subtitles as a preset so that you can use it anytime that you want, but it won't work if you have a format like this. You have to have a coherent one with the subtitle track selected, or this one. Save track as a preset. I'll just leave this name. Then you come back at the top, select it and load it. Now if I select this one, load it, as you can see it has the same style as it had before, as this one had it, but the font changed. So in the preset you can save the position, the font style, and you can also enable the background and the outline if you have it, and the drop shadow, and that will be applied to this preset. There is also a new option for green screen, so I'll put this on the top, video 2. I'll just use some video. This could also be an image in video 1. Select the top clip and go into the Fusion page. Now I'll use Ctrl space to open the select tools, type in media in. Now the media in 2 is currently the same, but I want to change the source to background, and this is what is in video 1. So this is in the top, we have to change this, so it's in the back, and in the media 1, which is this, we can simply apply a delta here, and remove the green. And lastly, we have the sky replacement. I'll take this clip, go into the color page, open the effects, type in sky replacement, put the node in. You will connect it like so. In this case, I'll use the magic mask. Make a line. I would have to track it, but I won't at this point because I just want to show you on one frame. You then take another clip, ideally of just the clouds, and connect it like so, and you'll replace the original clouds with new ones. If you don't want to do that, you can make your own sky. So you can add sky opacity, clouds, and actually I'll just disable the preview. You can change the color, you can change the cloud color, scale, shape, tilt, how detailed they are, field, contrast, cloud time. Then you can also keyframe all of these options. And then you also have the hotspot. Change the position. In this case, I can put it back. And as you can see, the magic mask didn't do the best job, so I'd have to go back and mask this out. So it's actually a mountain, not with a hole. So let me fix this quickly. So maybe something like this. And while the sky replacement is available in the free version, as far as I know, the magic mask is not. So if you want to have an easy way out to replace the sky, you would actually have to have the studio version. And lastly, they improved the performance The Text Plus is one of those that got the benefit, and supposedly it's 10 times faster than what it used to be. Now these are the features which I'd found useful in the latest update of DaVinci Resolve, and let me know in the comments down below which ones you found useful. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification icon so you know when my next video comes out. I'm Simon, until next time jackals, keep it digital.